Good, y'all. Dr.Trehunna. Now, a lot of y'all really did enjoy my last shopping video that I did for my mom. So once again, thank my Dukes, because I was not going to make that video if it wasn't for her. But you know what? I noticed that people said they really loved the breakdown on why I picked this over that. So I actually went ahead and did a little shopping grocery haul just for y'all. Cool? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all exactly what I picked up. Now, a lot of people ask me, hey, Che, where'd I find all these products? You probably going to a crazy affluent store that nobody knows about. No, I go to Walmart, okay? Why? Walmart is cheap as hell. The only thing you have to do is you gotta fight for the items, all right? But I got all of these products from Walmart, okay? And today, what I'm gonna explain to you is why I decided to pick up every single item, basically, all right? But if you're somebody on my program, you already know, have more protein on your plate than anything else. So you're gonna notice there's a correlation between the majority of the items I picked up, all right? So first things first, we're gonna start off with this. Once again, y'all, I just moved to Houston. So one thing I'm noticing based off my tendencies is during the nighttime, I want to have something sweet, no matter what the hell I ate today, all right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to switch over to more man-made snacks, okay? Such as things like this. And I'm switching over to things like strawberries, okay? Why? Because they're organic, they come from the earth. I'm just trying to see how my body responds to this. Now, I know a lot of my clients is gonna say, what? Oh, well, Trey, you already said that, fructose is gonna get stored where? In your stomach, right? But at the end of the day, moderation is key. Do not be afraid of fruit. Just understand fruit. Just know fruit is not gonna be the greatest thing for you to have if you wanna get your stomach flatter. My stomach is already flat. I already got some abs. I'm cool with how my stomach looks. So I'm having me some damn fruit, okay? And once again, you can have some fruit 2 days out the week, especially if there's strawberries or berries within itself. It's you having fruit as your go-to snack every single day. That is the issue, all right? But also, one thing I want you to keep in mind, you eating your fruit is totally different from you drinking your fruit. Because what people like to do is grab this whole entire container, put it in a NutriBullet, or put it in something like this, concentrate it up, right? And now you drink or eating 30 strawberries and you're drinking it, okay? So if you're gonna have some fruit, eat it. Do not drink it, okay? Now, one thing I want y'all to pay attention to for all my clients who likes dairy, okay? This is a nice little hack that I'm starting to do for my damn self, is for only dairy products only, if your body's able to have dairy, make sure you get the fat-free version. Why? Because the fat-free version is gonna have way less fat in it, and you already know dairy naturally doesn't come with a lot of carbs in it, but it's gonna be protein-based. It's all gonna have more protein in it than any other version of the dairy, if you always get the fat-free version, okay? So this got 9 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, 0 grams of fat. This is a protein-based product. You can have this all day. You don't gotta think twice about it, okay? Got me some eggs, okay? Why? Because I haven't been cooking for the past 2 to 3 weeks. So you know what? I'm about to start making some of my actual meals, okay? But you already know eggs is cool. You could just go ahead and get the organic cage-free brown eggs, okay? And one thing you always wanna look for is how it was basically raised or what they was eating, okay? So if it says certified organic feed, 9 times out of 10, it's the best type of eggs, all right? These are better than the regular white eggs, just gonna let y'all know. Now, one pro tip that I wanna break down to y'all too is the breads, okay? Why? So this bread, I was just talking to my client, so let's just go ahead and bring this over here. The bread that I've been on now is Joseph Lavish bread. Why? It's a flat bread, and you see how much surface area this bread is taking? This is about 1 tortilla, right? But this 1 tortilla, it got only 60 calories, 1.5 gram of fat, 8 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. So how many net carbs is in this, queens? 6 grams of protein, right? So basically, it's kind of like a protein-based product, but it got the same amount of carbs as protein. Once again, do not be afraid of carbs, just understand carbs. But I was talking to a client, and she was like, hey, Trey, well, I got this solar bread, which I also tell my clients you can have, right? But let's go ahead and look at the difference between this and this. So this bread got 70 calories per slice, right? 4 grams of fat. This bread got 7 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, so 7 minus 4 is what? 3, okay? 1 sugar alcohol, but I mean, you don't have to equate that. But it's really 3 grams of net carbs, okay? Because fiber, at the end of the day, is going to literally lower your insulin levels and help slow down the glucose absorption versus sugar alcohols. But 5 grams of protein, okay? So technically still, this is a protein-based product, but it also got more fat in it. It also got a little bit more carb, all right? Now, when you're making a sandwich, how many slices of bread are you going to use? 2. So everything that you just said, multiply it by 2, all right? So in this case, this is going to technically have more carbs in it than this. Why? On this label, you see 8 grams of carbs. That means if you eat this whole entire bread, it's only going to have 8 grams of carbs, right? For this slice of bread, it's going to be 7. So you're going to multiply by 2. So even though the net carbs is lower, this one naturally is going to have less carbs in it. That's why this will be a better choice. Does that make sense? Even though this says only 2 grams of net carbs, even though this says only 6 grams of net carbs, even if you multiply this by 2, right, which will be 6, which will equate to this one won't be better because on the label, it's going to have a lower carb number than this one, especially because you're going to have 2 slices of this, right? So the reason why I'm breaking this down to y'all like that is because there's some breads like this, boom, right? Tortillas. You see how it says 15 grams of carbs compared to this one that says 8 grams. Technically, you should expect to see the scale drop more with this one than this one, even though the net carbs is smaller. Because 15 minus 11 is what? 4. This net carbs is 6. But because this one naturally has less carbs in it, based on what you see on the label, you can expect the scale to drop more with this than this. So I just want to give y'all a breakdown real quick so all my clients know who likes to have breads here and there that you can have all 3 breads, right? But if you're somebody that needs to see the scale drop a little bit more, this will be the best bread, okay? Now, if you find out that this bread's a little bit more tastier, am I saying not to have this one? No, have this one, okay? Just don't expect the scale to drop more the days you have this bread compared to this. Or this bread compared to this, okay? So focus on picking up breads that naturally has less net carbs, not a bread that got damn near 20 grams of carbs and 15 grams of fiber and it's saying, oh, well, 20 minus 15. No, you want to get something that says closer to 8 minus 6. If it's closer to 5, it's better, okay? If it has more than 5 grams of carbs and sugar per serving, you don't want it, all right? Now, once again, I already told you that I'm switching over to a little bit more healthier snacks, okay? So everything else, you see I got some pasta zero for if I want to make some pasta, okay? So pasta zero, you already know the vibes. It agrees in my program. It got what? About 5 grams of net carbs, okay? And what I have in my pasta zero, the Lucini sauce, okay? What you see, 5 grams of carbs. It basically got 3 grams of net carbs. All right, so you can have this, okay? And another thing that a lot of people can have is the Rayo sauce. All right, so now you can have spaghetti. You put that, you put your ground beef in it, you got that type of sauce. That is totally different from you picking up your regular ragu sauce. All right, got some almond milk. Once again, every single thing that I literally picked up, I looked at the label. I don't care how many times I picked it up, I always still look at the label. As you can see, y'all can have this, okay? Picked up some new sauces. That way, I just put myself in a situation where once I have enough sauces, probably like in the next 3 to 4 months, I don't have to pick up sauces anymore. Why? Because all the sauces that I have, I probably already have in the pantry already, okay? Picked up some whipped cream for my strawberries, all right? Now, I also picked up a couple little things such as like these little fake Atkins low-carb living meals. I'm not sure how good it's going to be, but I'm going to find out. You know what? I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be in an experimental mood today. So I'm going to try this. Even little things like this, okay? Because I love baked breakfast sandwiches. So let's go ahead and look this up. Because once again, I never want y'all to assume it says 3 net carbs. But let's go ahead and find out exactly how they get these 3 net carbs, okay? So it got 7 grams of carbs. So what I just told y'all, this naturally has less carbs in it, okay? They're not saying 20 minus 15 or 32 minus 18. 7 grams of net carbs, 3 grams of fiber. 7 minus 4 is what? 3. So they're really practicing what they're preaching. It's really 3 grams of net carbs compared to something like this pancake mix, and it got what? 16 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, so it's really about 11. But they're going to use semantics to show why it got a little bit less, all right? So I want you to focus on little things like this, okay? Focus on less net carbs. Naturally, it comes like that. So you can have this breakfast sandwich, and it's a whole breakfast sandwich. Now it's about how this breakfast sandwich tastes. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's my first time buying it, all right? Last but not least, I want to show y'all something such as these pizzas, because one thing I noticed is these past couple weekends, when Saturday, Sunday hit, they got some bomb-ass pizza out here. So I was like, you know what? I need to go ahead and cheat smarter, right? So put myself in a predicament where anytime I want some pizza, I can just get the better version of pizza. So I found this brand. Usually I pick up a Quest, right? I tell my clients to get up this Quest, but I found this brand called Sonoma. And let's go ahead and look at Sonoma. It's cauliflower crust. So one thing I never want y'all to do is just assume, oh, well, it's cauliflower crust, I can have it. No, read the label. Never assume, okay? Because they're always going to put little things in the marketing. That way you just assume it's cool, and because you don't know how to read a label, it's trash for you, okay? So let's go ahead and look at it, because at the end of the day, I'm never going to look at half a pizza. I'm going to eat the whole entire pizza. It says it got 35 grams of carbs per container. It got 22 grams of fiber, naturally, but it also got 10 grams of fiber. So what's 22 minus 10? That is about 12, right? Also got 61 grams of protein. So guess what, ladies and gents? This is a protein-based product, and it's pizza. I can eat this pizza anytime I want to, guilt-free. See how that works? They're not lying to you. It got 6 grams, it only got 12 grams of carbs in the whole entire pizza, 61 grams of protein. But guess what? This pizza costs $7. That's what you're paying for, the quality price. Compared to this pizza, now naturally you see what? 51 grams of carbs versus 37 grams of fiber, right? So as you can see already, this one has naturally less net carbs in it than this one. This one naturally has less carbs in it than this one. Therefore, I should expect the scale to drop more, me having this pizza than this. Now, I also got 66 grams of protein. 66 grams of protein compared to this pizza that got 61 grams of protein. This one technically is way more protein-based than this pizza. So I can have this pizza anytime I want to, but should I expect the scale to drop more the days I have this pizza compared to this? No. Does that make sense, ladies and gents? All right. Last but not least, you already know I got the sauces, all my sauces. If the sauce is hot or spicy, it's good to go. You don't got to think twice about it. If the sauce is sweet, it is sweet for a reason. So when it comes to hot sauces, you just go ahead and pick them up any single time. But if the sauce is sweet, you want to look for sugar-free. Cool? Got some light sour cream. Why did I get light sour cream? I still read the label, but this sour cream has less fat in it than the regular sour cream. So what they usually like to do, if it says light sour cream or light any type of product, they're gonna go ahead and take away all the fat and they're gonna put it all into the carbs, okay? Or sugar. As you can see, they didn't do that here. It's literally less fat. It still got the same amount of carbs than the real sour cream, right? And it got a little bit of protein too. So I picked up the light sour cream compared to the real sour cream because the real sour cream is a little bit more fat-based than protein-based. It's almost equivalent. Does that make sense? Last but not least, I got me some ice cream bars because your boy loves some ice cream. So let's go ahead and look at this one. This is a new brand, by the way. So this one says 11 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber. 11 minus 3 is what? 8, right? But it also says 3 sugar alcohols, right? So that's how they get the 5 grams of net carbs, because they're also equating the sugar alcohols, right? But here's the thing. Sugar alcohols is not going to slow down the absorption rate of sugars compared to fiber, okay? Fiber literally slows down how much sugar is getting to your bloodstream. Sugar alcohols really don't. So what I want y'all to do is any other thing that they're using, divided by 2. When it comes to sugar alcohols, erythritol, or sugar alcohols, or allulose, okay? So sugar alcohol, 3 divided by 2, in a sense, is 1.5. All right. So really, technically, this got about what? About 7 to 6 grams of net carbs. So can you have this? You sure can. Okay. But the days you had this, should you expect the scale to drop more than the days you decided to have all whole foods? And that means you had your strawberries instead of your ice cream. Yes. You should expect the scale to drop more when you have your strawberries compared to your ice cream. Okay. But the more days you have your ice cream, right, versus your strawberries, let's say you're somebody that likes to always snack on fruit all day long, right? Your stomach's going to be flatter eating this than that. Does that make sense? So that's how you cheat smarter. That's why context is key. That's why I break down to you exactly what y'all can have on this program. That way you can go ahead and hack it. Like the other day, I went and had this keto pancake mix, right? 6 grams of net carbs. How did they get 6 grams of net carbs? Let's go ahead and look at it. They're using 19 minus 9 is 10. But once again, that's sugar alcohols again, right? So what is 4 divided by 2, y'all? That is 2. So it's really about 8 grams of net carbs, okay? Now, what I did in order for me to make sure this pancake mix is protein-based, because once again, this pancake only got 6 grams of protein, so it's really a fat-based product, right? And that's why it's keto. I went ahead and added my protein powder that got 26 grams of protein, 1 gram of carb, 1 gram of fat, into the pancake mix. So if I added 2 scoops of this, which is about 52 grams of protein, right? And to this protein powder, I used the whole bag, by the way. I'm always gonna do that because it says 8 servings, right? So technically, I just literally made this pancakes protein-based pancakes because I decided to add this into it. So these are little hacks that I incorporate day in and day out. That way I'm having my cake and eating it too. Because once again, the worst part of a pancake is not really the pancake. What is the worst part of a pancake? We already know it's the what? Syrup. But once again, my syrup has how many grams of carbs? 4 grams of carbs, 4 grams of sugar alcohols. So really it got about 2 grams of net carbs, but you know what? It's cool, it's sugar-free. That's all we care about, all right? Got no sugar in it, all right? So once again, I made this video for y'all so you can just see the little things that goes inside my head or I be thinking about when I'm in the store and I'm picking things up. I picked up all of these items from Walmart, so these are easily accessible. You just gotta actually search. It took me usually about 30 minutes when I'm just running and ripping through the store to go from Walmart to checkout. But for this video, it probably took me about an hour. All right, why? Because I was picking up every single item. That way y'all know that everything y'all see here, if you come across it at your local Walmart, you can have it. Simple, all right? So hopefully y'all learned something today. If you have any questions or comments about this, just go ahead and leave a comment below. But that's gonna be your reset tip of the day. It's gonna help you stay snatched all the time. During the summertime. Talk to y'all soon.